6 with 10.5 to go.
He's finishing so well around the rim. You almost notice that he sort of seems to play better when Mike Frazier's not in there.
It almost clogs the lane, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you can be too big. Our good friend Brady Trinkle, who's freezing somewhere in Idaho right now, we used to talk about being too big, and Traylon seems to play better when he's the primary quote-unquote big down there.
After a foul on Garden City, Nowitzki airballs a layup. Chavez the rebound for Garden City. Broncbusters have it down 21-15. Osborne, Spencer, Chavez, Samuels, and Bryant. And Osborne tries to fire a pass from the left wing that's tipped out by Seward. And the Broncbusters keep it. Shooting 50% here in the first half. Each team has turned it over 7 times. And why Garden City's trailing? Garden City has more field goals made, but Seward, the worst three-point shooting team in the conference, has hit 5 threes. Left corner Chavez, watched there by Brusowski, out for Bryant. Quarter court left, watched by Henderson. Seward in a man-to-man. One of the best defensive teams in the country. Backdoor Samuels on a feed from Spencer, and Samuels flushes it home with 2 hands.
Beautiful pass, but even better cut from the top of the post.
21-17. Garden City has rattled off 6 in a row. They're down by 4. With 9:40 remaining in the half. Drive to the rim, missed left-hand layup by Henderson, and Deshaun Woods, a 2-handed chest-high rebound for Garden. Can the run continue? Broncbusters down 4 with the ball. Woods backing down Brusowski, left mid-post. He had Samuels on a backdoor cut, and the ball deflected and stolen by Nowitzki for Seward.
Great idea, just couldn't execute it.
Saints with the ball. Sam Henderson for Nowitzki. Right back for Henderson at the top of the key. Dancing right. Dribble handoff. Kardashian slashes left. Comes back between his legs. Sets up Brusowski. Step back 18-footer. Short over Samuels. Loose ball to Traylon Spencer for Garden City. Ahead for Samuels, who finishes. Beautiful move with the left hand on a bullet feed again by Traylon Spencer. And that's 8 straight for Garden City. They're within 2.
It was a beautiful run out. Again, just taking advantage of the fact that turn it over, it's really hard to transition D out of that.
Garden City down 21-19. They trailed by as many as 8 here in the first half. Taki redirect, right corner, Brusowski 3, got it. And Stewart's hit 6 threes.
Yeah, that's a great offensive possession. Garden City doubled the post and then just couldn't rotate out of it fast enough. Credit to Seward for finding the guy who was open. Spencer
on a blow-by in from the left corner. Reverse layup, no, but a foul. And Garden City a couple of free throws down by 5. Before Brusowski hit that 3, Seward County hadn't scored in 3 minutes, and that finally brings us to the under 10-minute timeout. 8.5 to go here in the first half. A couple of free throws for Traylon Spencer when we come back. 24-19 Seward on 99.9 The Rock. Alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Pilasov courtside here at Conestoga Arena in Garden City. Broncbusters have been down by as many as 8. They actually cut that to 2. Actually, excuse me, the largest deficit 10. They cut that to 2. Spencer's at the line now. And Traylon knocks down the first of 2. And Garden City's within 4, 24-20. You've talked about this at length already. Spencer's soft touch, which we haven't seen lately. Around the rim, he's got 7 points.
Yeah, he's had a nice start to the game, and again, my observation is he seems to play a little bit better when he's the primary big. I think his game is better when he's got room to operate.
Spencer 1 of 2 at the line.
It takes time for two big post players to learn sort of how to play together, and when one is up, the other's down. And
it's been an adjustment period for sure. Seward ball up 24-20 in from the left. Henderson missed the layup. I think they're going to get basket interference on Ross Nowitzki, who touched that ball while it was still alive and well on the cylinder, so no basket.
Yeah, both teams are playing really well on offense. Both teams shooting the ball really well. You mentioned it earlier. The difference in the game is the fact that Seward is shooting a blistering 85% from 3.
Left end line Spencer for Garden, way off the mark on a 17-footer. Rebound Henderson for Seward. Here come the Saints. Cardacci going at Spencer, left baseline, and a foul. Seward's ball movement's been really good. They have 7 made baskets, and they've assisted on 6 of them. Foul on Traylon Spencer for Garden City. That's his first. And for the Blockbusters, their 4th team foul. So 7:51 left first half. Garden was down by 10 at one point, 21-11 after 2 free throws by Taki. They ripped off 8 unanswered points, including a Samuels dunk and a reverse layup. And they got back to within 2. The lead is 4 now for Seward, and it's their ball right to left. Cardacci against Favors. Has the ball slip out of his hands, it looked like. Left slot against Caleb Favors, but it's off of Favors.
Yes, Jason.
And the baseball hecklers are out in full force tonight for Garden City.
Oh, the good old days.
But you get that treatment when you go to Seward. They might have one of the best home student sections in the league. As Nowitzki on a blow-by around Mikey Frazier and jams it home with the right hand.
Mikey's got to do a better job of probably getting over to the right side and trying to force him to go left. So far, it's just not working. He's been blown by a couple of times now.
That was some Ole defense. Here's Deshaun Woods for Garden, right wing. 26-20 Seward, 7:15 to go in the first half. Frazier tries to answer, can't. Wild shot. Ahmad Abraham, the rebound for Seward. Here come the Saints. All the way Henderson, no. Tap back is good by Abraham, and the Saint lead is 28-20.
I think here you want to try and slow the game down. Maybe you try and get Mike something on the block.
Second chance points. Seward has their first deuce on an offensive rebound. Woods answers with a right-hand hook from the right baseline for Garden City. 28-22 Seward. 6:41 to go, and for Deshaun Woods, his first field goal.
Just like I said, I think you should go down low with Deshaun Woods. Garden's now in a zone.
Looks almost like a 3-2.
It does.
Up top, Cardacci against Favors. Straight on 3. Pinballs out. Abraham didn't even have to jump very high for the offensive rebound. Seward another chance. Left slot Henderson. Up top, Nowitzki. Wide open 3. That's wide to the left. Ball tipped. Loose ball. Finally, Frazier's got it for Garden City. Frazier, Chavez, Favors, Woods, and Samuels for the Blockbusters. Chavez on a hesitation. Sets up Samuels to the left, and he's fouled. Samuels has been very active off the bench, and 2 free throws for the sophomore.
I was going to say, he just done a really great job of moving without the ball. That's the 3rd or 4th time he's gone back door at just the right time. They haven't always got it to him, but he cuts exceptionally well and exceptionally hard.
Foul on Abraham, his first. Seward County 17 foul. 2 free throws for Samuels. He's 54%. And as well as Samuels has played, that free throw was off.
Well, he cuts well. He may not shoot free throws very well.
That's what we call the second serve slice in tennis.
I would say this is probably why he cuts well.
Yes, get to the basket and don't get fouled.
Right.
Samuel's second free throw perfect, which is incredible, seeing how bad that first free throw was. Seward 28, Garden City 23, 6:03 remaining first half. Garden's been down by as many as 10. We've been tied once. Garden City has never led. Saints ball, they've got Clark, Henderson, Cardacci, Abraham, and Nowitzki. It just looks like Seward has so much size, and Abraham stands all of 7'1". Frazier's big at 6'10", and even he looks small. Henderson throws up a brick right wing 3. Rebound Ashley Emery for Garden City. 28-23 Saints, 5:45 to go first half. Blockbusters dressed in the home whites, back from left to right. Frazier right wing, knocked away, out of bounds right sideline, and good defense by Abraham. Frazier looks like he's a little frustrated right now on both ends of the floor. Woods throwing it in, right hash mark for Garden City. Dumps it, high post right side Spencer. Jab step against Nowitzki, backs him to the post. Fires on the wing for Emery. Spin, hang, finish, no, in and out. Left-hand layup from the right block. What a move by Emery to get free. Rebound Cardacci for Seward. Saints coming back in transition, and it's Cardacci finishing in traffic from the right block. 30-23 Saints. Missed layup on one end, tough runner on the other.
I think Garden City really needs to get the ball inside, down low, to either Traylon Spencer or Mike Frazier.
Here's Spencer on a pick and pop with Favors. Left wing three, ticks off the front iron, and Abraham sweeps in for the rebound with his left hand for Seward. Garden is 1 of 6 from downtown. Roy Clark, left corner three for Seward, is off the heel. Frazier the rebound for Garden, ahead for Favors. Euro step, lobs it right slot for Ashley Emery. Is a block or a charge? It looks like a block, and it is Sam Henderson. That's his first. Saints coming off that heartbreaking loss against Hutch, where they blew a 10-point second-half lead. Against Barton, Seward had the lead, and then it was Maverick Gilliard who hit an off-balance runner just right of the lane at the buzzer to give Barton the lead. Seward has been in so many games this year, but the turnovers have been such a detriment as Favors, front end of the 1-and-1, is in and out. Rebound Nowitzki for Seward. Saints have it up 30-23, 4:40 remaining until halftime. Garden drops into a 2-3. Abraham, overhead pass, right corner, Cardacci. Wiggles around Spencer and sets up Abraham beautifully. 7th assist on 11 made baskets for Seward. And they're up 32-23, 4.5 to go first half.
Big possession here for Garden City. They've got to get a good shot at the rim.
Ball deflected on the right sideline. Garden City keeps it in the front court. Frazier goes out. He doesn't look very happy.
Just frustrated at this point.
Ashley Emery to trigger for Garden with Favors, Samuels, Chavez, and Spencer. Garden in the home whites. Favors to Chavez. Left wing to the block. All the way to the rim. Was hit. No call. Misses the layup. And Nowitzki the loose ball for Seward. Saints back right to left. Cardacci. Right corner three. In and out. Samuels boxing out in front of Abraham. Grabs the rebound for Garden City. Back come the Blockbusters, and there is Spencer with some authority, flying in on that magic carpet down the left lane line for a two-handed jam.
Really did a great job of running the floor. It's fantastic transition offense there. You can't defend that.
The rim is still shaking. 7-point Seward lead, 32-25. Their ball right to left, 3:40 remaining first half. Nowitzki left wing, 7 points, 5 rebounds. Defers the pick from Abraham, who gets it left block, 4 to shoot. Spinning on Samuels and lays it in with the right hand. 6 points for Abraham. Seward's lead is 9, 34-25, 3:24 to go until halftime. Abraham has the last 4 for Seward County. Favors left wing, sets up Spencer for Garden. Straight away Samuels. Fires on the right wing. Chavez buries an angle right three.
There's a really good look for him in rhythm. It's what Garden City needs to sort of get him going. So far, Garden City's inside game has been really good with Traylon Spencer and Mike Frazier. And now to get Chavez hitting a three, just extend that defense a little more.
6th assist for Garden. Chavez's first three, but Roy Clark, a 25-footer from the left wing, is money. 37-28 Seward. 2:45 remaining first half. Saints are 7 of 15 from beyond the three-point line. Only once this year they hit 10 or more. They did that against Hutch. Left wing Chavez for Garden. Left slot Ashley Emery. To the elbow left Spencer. Misfires from 15. Long rebound around the free throw line to Clark. Here comes Seward right to left, up by 9. Cardacci fills the lane. Lost the ball. Got it back and lays it in with the left hand. And Patrick Nee wants time. This is the largest lead of the game for Seward, 39-28. Blockbusters down 11, 2:18 to go until halftime on 99.9 The Rock. Buckbusters trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. They've lost 12 of 13, 2:18 to go first half, alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Pilosoff. Seward up by 11, their largest lead of the opening half. Saints shooting 50%. Garden ball from left to right, and the Saints have 8 assists on 14 made baskets. Favors across the 10-second line for Garden with Samuels, Ashley Emery, Chavez, and Spencer. Spencer right of the foul line circle, hands for Favors, comes back left with Jason Sauter stomping and deploring his team to play some defense. High post right side Spencer, turnaround short over Abraham, and Henderson swooping in for the rebound for Seward along the left baseline. Saints up 11 with the ball, Cardacci right wing, zigzags inside and hits with a lefty hook. Off the window for Cardacci, he's got 12, and the Saints have a 13-point lead. They've scored 7 in a row.
Cardacci is playing well above where he had been playing, averaging 10 points. He's got to have more than that already, right?
Transferred from Bryant University in Rhode Island. 13-point Seward lead. Samuels turnaround of the paint for Garden. Right-hand hook is short. Ross Nowitzki, the defensive rebound for Seward. Saints back right to left up 13. Abraham to Cardacci with Nowitzki, Henderson, and Brusowski. Brusowski left slot. Chest pass, Nowitzki left wing, spinning on Samuels. To the rim, lefty layup is good. Nifty, beautiful move by Nowitzki, who's got 9, and it's a 15-point Seward lead.
Poor rotation there. Garden City actually had somebody low ready to protect the rim, step over and take a charge, and he just didn't move.
Garden City scoreless the last 3 minutes. Chavez, who has their last field goal, left wing to Spencer. His pass deflected and stolen by Nowitzki. 9th Garden City turnover, and then a carrying violation, and Seward gives it right back.
No critical time in the game. Once again, Garden City needs to get a quality possession here. They cannot turn it over.
Garden City has just 2 field goals over the last 6 minutes. A Chavez 3 and that Traylon Spencer dunk, and that's it.
I think if they could get Spencer the ball on the perimeter, he could probably get this big guy, get it to the rim.
Garden trying to stop a 9-0 Seward run. They're down 43-28. Half a minute to go first half. Garden ball left to right. Spencer posting up, just left to the lane against Abraham. Seward picks up a foul. They are over the limit, and that's on Abraham, his second, the freshman from Egypt who played in the FIBA African World Championships.
I think that's exactly what Garden City needed to do, and you get a foul on Abraham, who has been presenting defensive problems for us.
Been a rebounding machine. 6 points, 4 rebounds. 1-1 here.
Well, again, when you have that much length, right, it's not always about blocking shots. It's just about altering shots. And young players, they want to swat the ball and make, a play that makes the whole crowd stand up. But you can't understate how important it is to have somebody at the rim who just, puts the slightest fear in the offense's head about the potential of getting a shot blocked. Because then, again, they go up soft, they go up without confidence, and it's a tremendous asset to your defense.
Both free throws good there, 43-30 Seward. Brosowski missing a turnaround left mid-post, but the offensive rebound by Olin Lange, and he's fouled. And to your point, a couple years ago, Brady Trankel landed Jeff O'Cherry, who's now playing Division I basketball, but he led the nation in blocks. Now, whether there was a couple of them were added in extra afterwards, we don't know. But just his sheer presence, and the Blockbusters made it all the way to the region semifinals. Olin Lange to the free throw line, knocks down the first of 2. Garden City, by the way, is last in the conference in blocks. Now it tells you how different things have been over the last 2 years. Olin Lange hit the first. Too strong on the second. Deshaun Woods, the Garden City rebound. Final 5 seconds of this first half. Garden down by 14. Woods straight away. Down to 2. Bryant left wing. 3 over Brasowski. Front rim. And no good. And that's the end of the first half. So Seward County led by as many as 15 points. They closed the half on a 10-2 run. Garden City just 2 field goals over the final 6:03. And they're down 44-30. Their offense was non-existent over the latter stages of that first half.
Yeah, I think sometimes they just have a tendency to get away from going to where what's been working for them. Again, I think the name of the game for Garden City is a lack of consistency. They really didn't get a lot of open looks at 3, which I know is a big part of their offense. Seward, on the other hand, uncharacteristically hits a three at will. When you have that, again, 14-point lead. I think Garden City somewhat lucky to be down only 14 with as well as Seward shot the ball.
10-2 run for Seward to close the half. Your Morton's halftime report is next. 44-30 Seward over Garden on 99.9 The Rock. Back on the Morton's halftime report. Courtside here at Conestoga Arena alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Pilasov. The Brockbusters down by 14 at the break. They trail by as many as 15. Let's get to your first half game recap. And it's brought to you by Garden City Community College. The future starts now. Your first half highlights presented by American Implement. Garden City's been hit a couple of times with some early haymakers in this game. The first one came in the first 3 minutes of the contest. Anderson hits Cardaci on the right wing for a three-pointer, and that's money. 8-2, Seward with a 6-point lead. We played nearly 3 minutes. The Brockbusters already down 6 early in this game. They fought back. One tie in the first half. Early they trailed by as many as 10, and then Garden City rattles off 8 straight points, including this thunderous dunk by Steven Samuels. Left corner Chavez, watched there by Brusowski, out for Bryant. Quarter court left, watched by Henderson. Seward in a man-to-man. One of the best defensive teams in the country. Backdoor Samuels on a feed from Spencer, and Samuels flushes it home with 2 hands. Beautiful. So Samuels' dunk pulls Garden City within 4, 21-17. Samuels, meantime, wasn't finished, and Traylon Spencer a couple of dimes towards the end of the first half. Sets up Brusowski, step back 18-footer, short over Samuels. Loose ball to for Traylon Spencer for Garden City. Ahead for Samuels, who finishes. Beautiful move with the left hand on a bullet feed again by Traylon Spencer, and that's 8 straight for Garden City. They're within 2. 21-19, Brockbusters by 2. That's as close as they got, however. You got Seward answer with a 3, and then a Nowitzki jam. But you get that treatment when you go to Seward. They might have one of the best home student sections in the league. Is Nowitzki on a blow-by around Mikey Frazier and jams it home with the right hand. 26-20 Seward with 7.5 to go in the opening half. And the Saints' ball movement in this game, pretty good. Garden drops into a 2-3. Abraham, overhead pass, right corner, Cardaci. Wiggles around Spencer and sets up Abraham beautifully. 7th assist on 11 made baskets for Seward. And they're up 32-23. 9-point Seward advantage with 4:25 to go in the first half. Brockbusters, again, they kind of balanced things out. Kept it close for a little while. It was Traylon Spencer saying, get the hell out of my way. Saints back right to left. Cardaci, right corner 3, in and out. Samuels boxing out in front of Abraham. Grabs the rebound for Garden City. Back come the Brockbusters, and there is Spencer with some authority. Flying in on that magic carpet down the left lane line for a 2-handed jam. 32-25. Garden City was down by 7. And then moments later, Talik Chavez getting on track. Favors left wing, sets up Spencer for Garden. Straight away, Samuels fires on the right wing. Chavez buries an angle right 3. That pulled Garden City within 6, 34-28. But Garden City just 2 field goals over the final 6 minutes. Seward's closing on a 10-2 run. It was Cardaci spearheading the attack. Saints up 11 with the ball. Cardaci right wing. Zigzags inside and hits with a lefty hook. Off the window for Cardaci. He's got 12. And the Saints have a 13-point lead. They scored 7 in a row. 41-28. And then the finale, the finishing touches to the first half, belong to Nowitzki. With Nowitzki, Henderson, and Brusowski. Brusowski left slot. Chest pass, Nowitzki left wing, spinning on Samuels. To the rim, lefty layup is good. Nifty, beautiful move by Nowitzki, who's got 9, and it's a 15-point Seward lead. That's the largest lead of the half. It's 44-30 now at the break. Seward by 14. Take a timeout, come back with your first half numbers on 99.9 The Rock. on the Morton's halftime report. Alongside Nick Salazar and Mike Philosoph. Let's get to your first half numbers. Garden City trails Seward 44-20. Rockbusters shot 43% on 12 of 28 over the first 20 minutes of this game. 2 of 8 from downtown, 4 of 7 at the line. Out-rebounded by 4, 18-14. He had 3 offensive rebounds, 9 turnovers. Rockbusters with 6 assists. Traylon Spencer led the way, 11 points, 4 of 9 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, 5 for Chavez, 5 for Samuels, 3 for Favors, Bryant, Woods, and Frazier each with 2. Seward shot 52%, 16 of 31, 7 of 15 on threes, 5 of 7 at the foul line. Plus 4 in the glass, 4 offensive rebounds, 8 turnovers, and they had 8 assists. Kyle Kardashian 12 points and 2 rebounds for Kardashian. Nowitzki with 9 points and 6 points. Brusowski at 9 points. Abraham 6 points. He was 3 for 3. 3 apiece for Olin, Lange, and Clark. And then Taki had 2. The start of the second half comes your way next. 44-30 Seward on 99.9 The Rock. Alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Philosoph getting set to start the second half, 44-30 Seward. So what do you need to see different now in the second half from Garden City?
Well, I think Garden City needs to make a concerted effort to get Talik Chavez back in the game. He hasn't scored very much yet. Again, I think Traylon Spencer's been very active, but really the name of the game defensively, the Busters have to find ways to generate stops. You hope that Seward will cool off because they shot the ball uncharacteristically well. But at the same time, I don't know that any of the shots Seward took were contested. And so I think you've always got to start with defense. And as we said in the first game, take it possession by possession.
Second half underway here from Garden City. Rockbusters in possession right to left with Woods, Favors, Spencer, Chavez, and Ashley Emery. Chavez hits Ashley Emery right wing. They reset with Chavez right hash mark. Guarded there by Kardashian. Comes left around a Woods pick. Shot clock at 8. High on the left, it's Favors. Defended there by Henderson. Drive and dish for Spencer. Shot clock at 3. Great defense, it looked like, by Jawara, who went to the bench early with 2 fouls. We never saw him again. And he picks up his first of the second half, his 3rd for the game. So
it would appear we're not going to see him very much anymore this quarter, this half either.
He doesn't seem very happy going to the bench. 3rd foul on him, first team foul.
He's only gotten to play about 3.5 minutes.
Rockbusters called for a 5-second violation on the inbounds. Make-up call?
Maybe.
I didn't think that was a block. I thought he was sliding his feet.
I didn't think it was I thought it was kind of a bad call too. I thought it was a quick 5, that's for sure.
Yes, it's turbo counting. 44-30, Seward by 14. Their ball left to right. Nowitzki's been a handful. 9 points and 6 rebounds. He's shown the all-around game.
The unicorn.
He's got the Band-Aid on the left side of his mouth. Abraham, who's in the game now after that foul by Jawara.
Silly foul.
High-low with Nowitzki there, and a foul against Garden City. That's on Spencer, his 2nd. So Seward on the floor. They've got Taki, Henderson, Nowitzki, Abraham, and Kardashian's played really well.
He really has. Shot the ball really well.
Abraham low post entry feed looking for Taki. Chavez overplayed that, and he's called for a foul. That's his first, team 2nd. Played 60 seconds. We've had, 3 whistles?
Right.
Frazier
I wonder if this is something indicates what is to come this half.
I've told this story so many times. Ross and I did a game about 4 years ago at Colby. Man, I think there was 130 combined free throws. If that's what college basketball wants, God bless. Kardashian in the paint, floater no from 10. Taki the offensive rebound, reset for Seward. Abraham, air ball straight on 3. That was about 5 feet to the right. Wow.
More oddly enough was the lack of jump. I don't know that I've seen somebody shoot a three flat-footed completely. He didn't even rise up on his toes.
The flat foot set shot. Here's Frazier, straight on triple for Garden. That's wide to the left.
Frazier was going to show him how to do it.
He did have some elevation there.
At
Not
least
much.
he jumped.
Cardaci the rebound. Seward ball up by 14. Extra pass. Nowitzki sets up Abraham, and he's fouled in the restricted area. And some free throws coming up now for Abraham. Was it nice pass by Nowitzki? Got caught in the air and kind of wrapped it around. Mikey Frazier just picked up his second foul.
The unicorn.
Yep.
Telling you.
Kristaps Porzingis Nowitzki. Abraham just airballed a three and a free throw within a 10-second slot.
There can't be many circumstances in college basketball where somebody has airballed a three and a free throw.
Listen, Abraham's a good player, but when you're 7 feet, it should be illegal to airball a free throw. And Abraham won it too.
Well, Abraham has proved that he probably should just go back down to the block and put his hands up.
I mean, we're just speaking the truth. Keeping it real. This equals the largest lead for Seward, 45-30. You know, they outlawed the dunk for a while in the NBA, or in college basketball, I should say. Wasn't that the Lou Alcindor rule? Low left, it's Woods for Garden City. Cross the lane with a righty hook and a bank shot, no, but a foul, and that's on Nowitzki, his first. I bring that up because they should outlaw 7-footers.
Shoot
airballing. Well, airballing threes. And
I don't know that you should outlaw all 7-footers shooting threes. I think Abraham should be outlawed from shooting threes.
Yes. Very good post player. There's Woods to the free throw line for Garden, and blockbuster free throw shooting has not been good all year.
Know your role, right?
Yeah. Well,
finish around the rim and rebound and alter shots.
Look, there's an open three. Send it to the retiree in the third row in the home seats. Woods hits 1 of 2 at the free throw line. 45-31 Seward. 11-3 Saint runs. 17:58 to go in the game. Saints ball from left to right, dressed in the green and white. Cardaci foul on extended left. Step back over. Chavez puts it in.
Cardaci's had a really nice game.
14 points on 6 of 11. 47-31. The run now 13-3 for Seward.
And I mean, he's put it on the floor, right? He's scored a lot of different ones now. He's leading the break.
Frazier off the mark on a three. Cardaci the rebound. So he's got 4 rebounds and 14 points. Henderson straight on three is in and out. And Mikey Frazier an over the shoulder two-handed rebound for Garden City. Blockbusters down by 16. Ashley Emery got inside and misses the layup. Brosowski the rebound for Seward County. Brosowski to Abraham, who's hammered in the restricted arc and fouled. And the Saints a couple of more free throws.
They are from Abraham, however.
Yes.
So
if there was ever any doubt, there probably should be.
You know, Garden City really just doesn't seem to have an identity offensively. And I know you've seen them play a lot more than I have. And so you can take anything I say with a grain of salt, really. But
Abraham misses the first free throw.
But we just can't seem to decide, you know, are we going to dump it down there? Or, you know, again, Chavez has not shot the three much tonight. He hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities.
Abraham misses both. Frazier tracks down the floorboard for Garden. That's a great observation because there was a couple of sequences where Frazier gets on the block and they never went back to it. They'll run that high post action, which they call Tyler on the elbow, and then you don't see it again. Blockbusters have it, down 16, 3 minutes into the second half. Favors wing right. Up top for Woods. Straight on three. In and out. Offensive rebound, Osborne, and he's fouled. Osborne has not played a lot of minutes. He was actually pulled from the starting lineup tonight. Ashley Emery started for him. Osborne, a couple of free throws now. Garden City went berserko from three the other night, led by Talik Chavez, who had 9 threes. They are 2 of 11 from beyond the three-point line in this game.
Well, and you know, sometimes when you're watching a team play offensively, after that missed free throw, you watch a team play offensively, I feel like you should have a sense of, what do the players do well, right? Because your offense needs to be designed in order to maximize the talent that you have. And it just seems like we're still trying to figure out what our identity on offense is.
But that's frustrating because you're so far into the season.
Oh, it certainly is. But they've added players, right?
Yeah, I mean,
so Mike Frazier's a newer player, and it just doesn't seem like they know how to play with the lineup, all the lineups that they have thrown out there.
Osborne hits 1 of 2, and then Seward turns it over. Rockbusters down 15. They've got it. Woods right corner. Rockbusters have trailed by as many as 16. They've never led in this game. Almost a 1-3-1 look here from Seward and Woods. They dared him to shoot the 3 from the right wing, and he knocks it down. Seward 47, Garden City 35 with 16:10 to go.
Big offensive possession there. Now we need to, again, reference the sandwich before. Concept of sandwich. We need to get one here.
Extra pass, Brusowski right in line for Seward. Drives in against Frazier. That's an easy foul call on Mikey Frazier. He just drapes his arm over the shoulder of Brusowski and a drive down the right baseline and a foul.
Absolutely no need. But again, that's speaking to the point that I made a couple of times here tonight, and that is young players need to learn, right? The real art is understanding that their job down there is to alter shots, not block shots. And that's a case where, you know, Frazier does his job. He alters the shot. The guy's going for a ridiculously difficult layup, but then just the incessant need to send one, as maybe it's your fault because you've referenced, right? Send one into the retiree in the third row. Now he causes the foul.
And there was no way that shot was going
exactly
in.
A player that had absolutely nothing positive was going to happen from that drive for Seward. Now they've given up 2 points, and again we're back to even. Now we need to get a score here.
Couple
in
of
order
free
to
throws
keep
there.
ourselves in the game.
Brusowski hits both. 49-35 Seward. A little over 4 minutes gone by in the second half. Favors, Chavez, Woods, Frazier, and Osborne for guarding their ball. Chavez in from the left wing, rejected from behind by Nowitzki, and he clears it to himself. Here comes Seward from left to right. Right corner, Brusowski shaking off Woods. Up top, Nowitzki. Extra pass, Clark. Left wing 3, short over Chavez, who is closing out on him. And a loose ball foul on Seward County as Frazier grabs that rebound for Garden City.
Garden City did a really good job in the scramble, right? We were kind of mixed up, but we were running around. We got out to shooters. All we needed to do was clear the rebound. We did that. Again, positive here.
Chavez only has 5 points for Garden City. That foul is on Olin Lange. That was his first. Garden ball down 14. Favors pass deflected to the left wing. Intercepted by Clark for Seward. 1-on-2. Steps through 2 defenders and finishes from left to right. Right block with the right hand. 51-35 Seward. 15 minutes to go here in the second half. Can they get Chavez going for Garden City? This equals the largest lead for Coach Sauter's team. Favors right wing with the beautiful pink shoes. Going at Nowitzki, wing to baseline right, no. Grabs his own miss, underneath, and is fouled.
It's good to see them take the ball to the rim again. I think Garden City has a propensity to stand out there and try and shoot themselves out of it. At least tonight anyway, they haven't demonstrated that that's something they can or should be doing.
Garden City had 13 threes the other night, Nick. They are 3 of 12 here tonight.
Exactly. And again, I think that we've talked about it. Just maybe a lack of identity, not completely understanding.
Chavez to Woods. Top of the key 3. Over Nowitzki. Front rim, left rim, no. Frazier the offensive rebound. Couple of head fakes and drops it in. Left block going against Olin Lange. Now an official time. I don't know if Osborne had blood or something happened. He goes to the bench for Garden City. And Ashley Emery's back in, and it's 51-37. Rockbusters down by 14. And I guess we've been talking about the lack of identity for Garden City. When you don't know what's coming possession in, possession out, when you look at Seward, all night you've pointed this out, Seward is, I'm not going to say well-oiled machine, but they know what they want to run. Here's Clark, left wing 3, off a screen, and knocks down a 3 for Seward. Their 8th of the game, and the Saints have a 17-point lead. 14:04 remaining here in the second half. Garden City has done just the opposite on the offensive end. It's been something different almost every time down.
You know, Garden City likes to run this hammer action, right? These flare screens for their shooters. It's obvious that Seward is very concerned about the three ball because they're having their players play over the top.
And they're hedging.
Playing over the top of those hammer or flare screens, which means Garden City could counter by then tight cutting or curling those screens and taking it to the basket and then hopefully getting to the foul line as they have here.
Favors was fouled by Taki on a drive from the right corner across the lane right to left. Hits the first of 2 free throws. Garden City is 7 of 12 at the line. 54-38 Seward. 13:50 on the clock here in the second half. Favors 72% this year from the stripe. Transfer from Kilgore. Hits 2 freebies there. He comes out. Derek Bryant comes in. 15-point Seward advantage. Saints ball left to right with Clark, Kardashian. Jawara is back in. Brasowski and Nowitzki. Emery went for the steal in the backcourt left sideline against Brasowski, and he picks up the foul. First on Ashley Emery. So if you're just tuning in, Blockbusters were down 14 at the break. They had just 2 field goals over the final 6 minutes of the first half. Seward closed the first half on a 10-2 run. Was up 44-30. At the intermission. Saints in the first half shot 52%. They're shooting 50 for the game. Kardashian walks into a straight-on 3 behind a Nowitzki screen. Left it short. And Ashley Emery with his head above the cylinder. The rebound for Garden. Down the lane. Around a Frazier pick and lays it in with the left hand.
Might have gotten away with a travel, but at this juncture of the game, we'll take it. Again, good aggressive take. I applaud him for putting his head down, going to the rim. We need more of that if we're going to find our way to get back in the game.
First field goal for Emery, but they don't stop the ball on the other end. Kardashian,
Superman Kardashian, right? Like, holy cow.
16 points, 4 rebounds. He's 7 of 13 from the floor. It's his 13th double-figure scoring game, and then Seward calls a timeout. 13-14 to go in this one. Garden City down 15, 56-41 on 99.9 The Rock. Alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Pilosoff here at Conestoga Arena. Garden down 56-41. Rockbuster ball right to left. 7 minutes gone by in the second half. Bryant, Ashley Emery, Chavez, Frazier, and Samuels. Ashley Emery right wing, slashing left. Step back, double clutch, 15-footer over Clark from the foul line is short. And Henderson the rebound for Seward. Henderson has scoreless. He's got 4 rebounds. Kardashian in rhythm, right corner 3. Off to the left, and Samuels plucks it out of the sky for the Blockbusters, who are -1 on the glass. Frazier tees it up, left wing 3 for Garden City. Off to the right, and Jawara, who hasn't played many minutes tonight because of foul trouble, with the loose ball for Seward. Takes Samuels off the bounce. Off the bounce and into the bucket. Falling out of bounds. I don't even think he looked at the rim. He just threw it up with the left hand over the shoulder, and he puts it in. 58-41 Seward by 17. Ashley Emery on a 3 from the left wing. It's off, and Abraham the rebound for Seward.
If we could just counter the last few possessions, right? Like Seward has attacked the rim, made an extra pass, got a wide open 3. Then they attacked the rim and made a circus shot. Garden City, meanwhile, we've got mid-range jumper, 3 by a 7-footer. Step back, mid-range.
Jawara, count it, and 1 hit as he was flailing going right to left. That's 2 acrobatic buckets by the freshman from the Bronx. And Seward, the lead swells to 19, 60-41.
To just illustrate my point, just shot selection. Shot selection has really hurt us this last segment.
Largest lead of the game for Seward. Kyler Lamb checks in for the first time for Garden City, and Jawara is 66% free throw shooter. To the line to make this a 20-point game, and it's in and out. Samuels tracks it down for Garden City along the baseline. 6 straight for Seward, 11:45 remaining here in the second half. Blockbuster ball right to left. Frazier to Samuels, to the rim, lefty layup, no. And he was going to throw that down. He was fouled, but he didn't catch it cleanly enough. And the foul on Taki, that's his 4th.
Again, another brilliant cut.
Check that on Jawara, his 4th. Yeah, Samuels, that's all he's done.
We talked about earlier, you know, 2 post players playing together like that. You know, he's got a wonderful feel for when to cut. And, you know, I've studied some offenses where, you know, that's just the rule, right? When the ball goes into one big, wherever the other big is, they have to dive to the rim. Because you can usually get the defensive big watching, and in that case, he's done that. But just a remarkable job cutting to the basket at just the right time. He's got a real feel for moving without the ball.
1 of 2 at the line for Samuels, 60-42. Seward in front, their ball left to right. Cardacci makes a rare miscue. He travels right mid-post. You can't do everything right.
So I was going to say, just a while ago, I was going to throw out you can't stop Cardacci. You can only hope to contain him. But now he's got a missed 3 and a turnover. So
the Keith Oberman, Dan Patrick Sports Center days. Blockbusters have it right to left, 60-42. Down by 18. Nearly 9 minutes gone second half. Chavez at the top, wiggles inside. Finds Samuels on a cut again.
Another great backdoor cut at just the right time. We don't want to take away the feed. The feed was phenomenal too, but once again.
Well, Chavez, as he's driving, draws 2 or 3 defenders every time he touches the ball. And Samuels knows that and makes, as you pointed out, another great cut. And he's going to the line. Foul whistled on Roy Clark. That's his 2nd. And Samuels free throws in and out. Garden City's 9 of 16. They're down 60-42 with 11-12 to go. During this stretch, you think about some of these recent games. Garden City got blown out by Barton. They lost there by 28, trailed by as many as 30. Against Colby, they were down by 27, lost by 25. They lost to Dodge, who had not won a game in conference in, it seems like, about 5 years. Samuels hits 1 of 2. It's just been that kind of year.
1-3-1 action from Garden City as a changeup.
17-point Seward lead. Their ball left to right. Samuels plays the top of that 1-3-1. Left wing Brasowski, 25 feet from the basket. Pass kicked off the left foot of Samuels at the top of the key. And Seward wearing the, I wouldn't say the Boston Celtic green, but it's kind of a dark.
A little darker than that.
Yeah.
I mean, they should go with the black old school shoes, right, with the white socks.
Yeah.
Just to complete the Boston Celtics look.
Best uniforms in the conference had to be Barton. They had blue uniforms with black numerals and no outline. Left block, Taki misses a layup, grabs his own miss and a foul. And Traylon Spencer just checked back in and picks up a foul right away.
So that's got to rival our football uniforms.
Yes.
With the white.
Well, we kind of deserve
with the white
that, right?
and the gold numerals.
I mean, it's definitely a challenge. Now, you know, people always ask me, they say, Mike, how do you read those numbers? It's like, I've been doing it with these uniforms for 3 years. So, yeah. I mean, eventually you kind of know. And
well, I've been in the box and done a little bit of play.
PA? You did some PA
work, and I tell you what, I was, you know, I was just picking a name at some point, right?
You need about 4 spotters.
Be like, this guy's pretty good. I'm sure. Tackle by him.
You got to start looking at hair and body characteristics because numbers, they don't mean anything.
Sometimes in football, like you have 2 guys with the same number and stuff
true.
like that.
We got plenty of those too. Taki hit the front end of the 1-and-1 and then knocks down the second. Seward equals their largest lead, 62-43. Blockbusters back right to left with 10:40 to go. Bryant with Woods, Kyler Lamb, Frazier, and Chavez. Chavez left corner 3, right down the chute. His second 3, Seward 62, Garden City 46, 10.5 to go.
And there's a lot of time, and if they could just find ways to generate stops, they'll be all right.
16-point Seward lead their ball. Henderson right slot. This has been the area of the floor that's been a problem. They double Taki, redirect Brasowski. Left corner 3, short. Derek Bryant one-hands the rebound for Garden on the weak side of the floor. Blockbusters trail by 62-46. Kyler Lamb knocking down a 3 from the right corner.
There you go. See, again, 13-point lead. Got to get a stop here.
6 straight for
continue
Garden.
to sandwich.
Here's Brasowski taking his man off the
Clear
dribble.
it.
Lamb missed the layup. Rebound off to Frazier for Garden. Bryant to Chavez. Angle right 3. Halfway
huge.
down. Pops out. Roy Clark the rebound for Seward.
Don't foul. Just play it straight up. Still
62-49 Seward. Here's Henderson blowing by Woods. Count it. And one. Wing to baseline right. Woods never knew what hit him. And a chance for a three-point play.
Where was the backside rotation? We're just standing there staring at guys. Drive right past and straight line us.
Happens more often than not. Henderson, that's his first field goal. And it's 64-49 Seward. They have a free throw coming up when we come back. 9.5 to go second half. 15-point St. lead on 99.9 The Rock. Henderson cannot complete the three-point play. 9.5 to go. Blockbusters down 64-49. Derek Bryant hits a runner right of the lane for Garden City. 64-51 Seward. 8-2 Blockbuster run.
I was going to say, the Busters are on a nice little run here. Again, just finally found a combination that's kind of playing well together. Just got to continue to generate stops.
Coming up on 9 minutes to play. Seward ball left to right. Henderson kicks. Brasowski left corner to the slot. Picked up there by Bryant to come with a double. Nowitzki left wing. Jab step against Frazier. He's got 9 points. Step back 3. Is an air ball, and the loose ball comes off to Talik Chavez for Garden City. Blockbusters down 13. They feed the post. Frazier across the lane. Blows a right-hand layup on the right block, but he's fouled. And more free throws. And
Fantastic.
we talked about the matchup between he and Nowitzki, which really hasn't been much of a matchup. I mean, Nowitzki's dominated it, but I think a lot of that goes back to what you pointed out earlier, the inconsistent offensive decisions from Garden City.
Well, and I think Mike has to decide, right? I think Mike has an advantage in the block, but I think he's more content to stand there and try and trade threes with the guy. Again, it's just a young player trying to learn where he fits in, and the reality is you've got to look. You're not going to play, if that's your matchup, you're not going to blow by that guy. He's longer, but you're more powerful. So get yourself to the block, right?
Frazier hits the first free throw and the second. 10-2 Blockbuster run, 64-53 now.
Gotta applaud the effort. The Busters are making a run. They're trying to make a game out of it, which is good.
They've been down by as many as 19. Seward ball from left to right. Nowitzki at the top, crossover down the lane, and fouled by Frazier. And that's the problem. Every time you score or go on a run, they can't get a stop on the other end.
Well, credit to Seward. Nowitzki has figured out what we were trying to talk about, and that is he's not going to stand there and, back Mike Frazier down. Like, he's not going to do that. And so he's an intelligent enough player to catch it on the perimeter and try and take him that way.
Seward County is 35th in the country in free throw percentage. They are 10 of 19 tonight. Nowitzki just missed the first of 2. He shoots it at 77%. He misses both. Steven Samuels, the Blockbuster rebound, is 4th.
Window of opportunity here.
64-53, Garden down 11. Once down 19 with 8:20 to go. Seward in a man-to-man. Left wing, Kyler Lamb against Clark. Left corner, it's Samuels driving on Abraham. Took like 5 steps. Didn't matter, he stepped out of bounds.
Seems to be some confusion, right? Like with a lot of the Garden City players, you know, you make passes on the perimeter and they're standing. You know, there's not a whole lot of offenses where that would be what you would want to do. So I would question whether or not we're really clear what we should be doing.
Rosowski on the drive for Garden. Drop step, dream shake, right hand hook, no. Grabs his own miss, which has been a big-time occurrence tonight, repeated occurrence for Seward. They have 7 offensive rebounds. Saints have it again, up by 11. Nowitzki, jump pass Brasowski, right corner 3, way off to the left. Deshaun Woods, the weak side rebound for Garden. 64-53 Seward, coming up on 7.5 to go here in the final period. High on the right, Samuels, drop step right against Abraham, scoop shot with the right, and he's fouled. Samuels back to the line. Garden said he's missed 7 free throws.
If there's ever a time for them to start making free throws, now would be the time, because they really crawled back into the game. He makes this, we're down to single digits.
Garden City was down 14 at the break. Got to go back to midway through the first half before this was a single-digit deficit. Samuels hits the first and 2, and it's an 11-2 run. 7:35 remaining second half. Samuels played well off the bench. 8 points, 4 rebounds. His season high this year, 12 points. Second free throw, bounces in.
And 6 or 7 amazing cuts.
He's been good. 6 straight for Garden, 12-2 run.
Little token pressure here again to maybe not create a turnover necessarily, but to just take Seward out of an offensive flow.
Seward just 1 field goal over the last 3 minutes until Roy Clark just knocked down a 3 plus the foul on the right wing. Got hit on the side of the face. So you do all this work to climb back to within 9, and then you give up a potential 4-point play as Clark goes to the line.
Again, that's why basketball coaches retire, and so because again, it's just so difficult, right? You have scratched, you have clawed, you've gotten yourself back in the game, you're playing well, and then to have a deflating play like that. Again, not to say that you can't, all right, let's make another play, but these are young players, right? And it's difficult to get them to keep climbing the mountain, you know. They think they're making progress, and then something bad happens.
Back to 13. Bryant is the one that committed that foul. 68-55. Seward as the free throw was good. Samuels fumbles the ball from Chavez, saves it right corner to Woods against Clark. Seward in a pressure half-court man-to-man. Bryant in from the right wing. Dumps it again for Samuels, who's just waiting on that left baseline. And a foul called on Sam Henderson, his second.
A lot of standing around in Garden City's offense, you know, and that's sometimes the danger when you go like a 4-out. You know, a lot of times I believe that when you pass the ball, you really need to move. You know, the only time you should be standing is when there's dribble penetration. Even then, you're really not standing. You're getting to a certain area and sticking.
10 team fouls on Seward, so 2 free throws for Derek Bryant, who's 60% on the year, and he hits the first. So before that 4-point play, Garden City had cut that 19-point deficit down to 9 on a 12-2 run, but the same story all year. Make a run, you just can't finish it.
Well, 2 big free throws here, so again, you have an opportunity, if you can generate a stop, to just once again get it back to single digits, and you're feeling good about yourself.
Both free throws good. 68-57 Seward, 7 to go. Saints ball left to right. Nowitzki, how about the big 7-footer handling the ball?
Great hedge there.
Cardacci right wing, splits 2 defenders to the cup, and he draws the foul, and more free throws for Seward. Yeah, Garden City hedged on the screen, then didn't rotate over. So now Cardacci to the foul line. Cardacci, I mentioned a couple of times, he's a transfer from Bryant University in Rhode Island. He played in 4 games last year. His sister Victoria played basketball at Clemson and then Seton Hall. Seward has had problems at the free throw line tonight. And Cardacci misses 2. Excuse me, misses 1 of 2. Garden City grabs the rebound. Frazier's left wing 3.
The worst thing that could have happened right there.
Misses it off to the left. Roy Clark the rebound for Seward. Cardacci's runner, wide left. And Deshaun Woods has the rebound for Garden City. 69-57, Seward by 12. Chavez, a lot of contact again. Wing to baseline left drive and no call. Clark the rebound for Seward. Back come the Saints with Cardacci. Shovels for Nowitzki, took an extra step, they didn't call it, and he lays it in. 71-57. Seward on top with 6 minutes to go. How many steps did he take?
I don't know that I think he traveled.
Interesting.
I do think that the Garden City got fouled in transition back.
Bryant misses a mid-range jumper for Garden, and then Abraham the rebound for Seward, and then we have a whistle and a foul against Garden City with 5:49 to go, and it's a 14-point lead. And now Nowitzki just called for an offensive foul.
That's fantastic. Now he has 4 fouls. Mike Frazier's in the game. Whoever Nowitzki is guarding, Deshaun Woods, the Garden City should immediately go down to the block and let Woods go to work.
And that's what they did.
Can't pick up well, now we've switched. Now so again, now Mike should dive, right? Because we talked about when you get the ball in the low post, the opposite post should dive, which could have put pressure.
And they didn't do it.
Look, there goes the unicorn. Right? You could have potentially got the unicorn out of the game.
So Woods misses a hook shot. Nowitzki grabs the rebound, and nobody stops the ball, and he goes all the way to the rim and throws it down with the right hand. He's got 13 points, and Seward's lead is back up to 16.
And again, we're picking on Garden City, and it's not out of love, right? It's just simply out of what I would see, and that is just immature players who just still need time to develop, right? Like, you should recognize 4 fouls on potentially, I was going to say their best player, although it's actually been the other guy. It's in Cardacci. It's been their best player tonight. But you could have had an opportunity to foul him out. Kind of swung the momentum for the last 5 minutes back to your game. And now he has single-handedly just snatched it away, right? Big dunk. Now you're back down 16, and now you're kind of back to not feeling really good about where you're at.
It's inexcusable.
And now Seward is taking him out, which means they've run this very well. Right?
Yeah,
they've done a really good job running that high 1-4, that flash to the elbow, and then the back door.
Traylon Spencer, the Tyler set where he has it on the high post left, and then Emery cutting on that back door, as Nick explained, and lays it in plus the foul. And Emery with 4 points, only 2 of 9, 10th team foul on Seward. 5:15 to go, and Emery hits the free throw. 73-60 now.
This pressure, again, has really served its purpose well. It's not really intended to create a turnover, but it has taken Seward out of their flow.
Seward has it left to right, 73-60 Saints. They've been up by as many as 19. Garden has never led. We've had one tie. A little show and go there from Abraham, right slot. Overhead pass on the chest of Cardacci. Drives from the wing to the slot. Up top, Abraham with 8 to shoot. Wing right, Henderson goes left. He's 1 of 6. Driving at Ashley Emery. Left hand push shot, no. Traylon Spencer gobbles up the rebound for Garden. Chavez whips it to Ashley Emery, right wing. Blockbusters down 13. Here's Samuels. Head fake. Didn't look like he ever left his feet when they called that travel.
But there is what we're talking about. When you have that length under the rim, and of course they've got Abraham down there, altered the shot, right? Didn't block it, but completely altered it, generated the turnover.
But now I'm going to ask you, just put your coaching hat on, and you've yelled at plenty of referees. That's not a travel, though.
A few.
Ashley Emery comes flying into the scores table and now he just got teed up, or Henderson got teed up for Seward. So Seward turns it over near half court, and then Henderson is called for a technical foul.
Yeah, he lost his cool and bounced the ball.
That stops the clock and puts the best free throw shooter on the team at the line. You get 2 shots and the ball. And Henderson, as Jason Soto just said, he's done with him, so have a seat. We'll see you next time.
He's done with him until somebody fouls out.
Chavez hits 2 technical free throws. 73-62 now, Seward.
It's tough, right? Like, the kid has made an emotional play, and he really didn't slam the ball completely out of anger or anything like that, but it's the rules. But again, Garden City has yet another opportunity here.
Bryant kicks to Chavez left corner on that opportunity. Back for Bryant. And Brasowski with a good closeout. Bounce pass low left. Spencer banging against the smaller defender Jawara. Missed the layup, got it back, and then missed it again. And Jawara comes out of the pile with it for Seward. Saints have it, up by 11. And now they can run some clock.
I know he missed, but I really applaud what Garden tried to do. Again,
Nowitzki looked like he traveled. They call an offensive foul.
Oh, they just fouled him out with the offensive foul.
That's the second time this year that Nowitzki has fouled out against Garden City. So this is the area of the game that the Blockbusters did not take advantage of when he fouled out in the first meeting. They held that 1-point lead late, and they didn't score the final 2 minutes.
So they've taken, obviously he's fouled out. Interestingly enough, they did not put Abraham back in the game, which means Seward is small. So now you would really hope that Garden City would go inside, take advantage, because they're a little bit bigger and a little bit more athletic right now than Seward down there.
Garden down 11. Spencer high post, hands for Chavez down the middle. Absorbs some contact, count it, and one, going into the body of Taki. And that was set up by Traylon Spencer's beautiful dime, and it's single digits again, 73-64. Chavez has 12.
I think Garden City should run more high 1-4 stuff because they really do it well.
Chavez, three-point play, could not complete it. Hung on the front rim, and the rebound to Jawara. 73-64. Second time they've cut that 19-point deficit down to 9. 7 straight for Garden. Seward scoreless the last 2 minutes. Chan of defense from the student section. Quarter court left, it's Clark for Seward. Bryant defends him with 10 to shoot. Can the Blockbusters get a stop? Clark to the nail, crossover down the middle, sets up Taki to the rim, and he floats it in with the right hand. And again, the Blockbusters can't get a stop, and it's Taki with a layup, 6 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 blocks, and Seward calls for time. 3:16 remaining second half. It's Seward 75, Garden City 64 on 99.9 The Rock. Alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Pilosoff, Blockbusters down 75-64 with the ball with 3 minutes to go. Spencer was hit on a drop step going to his left block, no call, and Taki secures the rebound for Seward County. There's been a lot of contact inside tonight. Saints come back left to right, game reset, each team with 3 timeouts, 10 team fouls apiece, and the possession arrow favors Seward. They've got the ball with Brasowski, Clark, Kardashian, Jawara, and Taki. Brasowski crossing up the smaller Bryant. Fires for Jawara left wing on the big G painted in white. Shot clock at 3. Kardashian in the middle of the floor. Fall away 15-footer and got it from the foul line. He's done everything right. 77-64. Seward by 13.
I mean, when you're feeling it, right?
Do you think he called game there? 13-point Saint lead. Blockbuster ball from right to left. Pull-up jumper right of the foul line by Spencer is off. And Brasowski, the loose ball for Seward County. I'm not going to say the clock has struck midnight yet, but it's getting close. And the Blockbusters have lost 12 of 13, including 5 in a row coming into tonight. They've lost back-to-back games by 20 or more. They're down 13 here. Quarter court left, it's Clark against Bryant. Hesitation dribble to the rim and an easy deuce. Take advantage of the size disadvantage And Clark having a field day against the smaller Bryant. Timeout Seward. They've scored 6 straight, and their lead balloons to 15. 79-64 with 1:46 to go on 99.9 The Rock. Alongside Nick Salazar, Mike Pilasov. Blockbusters down 15 with the ball. Talik Chavez out of the timeout for Garden. Drills a 3 from the left corner. 79-67 Seward, 1:27 to go. Now a little pressure from the Blockbusters, then they back off. Seward looking for their 14th win of the year. More importantly, if they win this one, it gets them within a game of 500 in conference play. They're at 6-8. At one point, they were ranked in the top 25. Last year, they made the national tournament. They've been up and down this year. Started the year 5-1. Clark blows by Woods. Count it, and one, and he flexes on Woods right down the middle of the lane. Clark with back-to-back layups, and now a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, the spread offense they've kind of done to milk the clock at the end has been their best offense. Really kind of been very effective for them. You wonder why they don't run it more often.
Clark pulls the string short on the free throw. Traylon Spencer, the rebound is 5th. 81-67 Seward. Blockbusters have it right to left. Minute to go. This one is all in the jello's jiggling in the refrigerator, as Chick Hearn used to say. Of course, I can't repeat the entire line. Mikey Frazier knocks down a 2, left end line a deep 2.
Why? Do you think the Lakers will sue you if they find out?
You know the line. You're a Laker fan. Say it. Go ahead. Frazier knocks it down, 81-69 Seward, and then a foul on Garden City.
Now you've got me nervous about whether or not copyright. Chick Hearn's copyright.
Are you going to Google it now to make sure you don't?
No, I wasn't going to Google it. What I was going to Google is I'm trying to figure out how many games my man Anthony Davis has played.
Oh,
he's played 42.
We've
played 42 games, which I'm pretty sure at Christmas time you told me there's no way he plays 65. So I'm going to knock on wood and I'm going to say 23 games left, and you're going to owe me a piece of prime rib from Sammy's Steakhouse.
But he has to play. I mean, think about how many games have they played now as Krasowski hits the first of 2.
I mean, you're acting like he's not played in a lot of games.
He's Tin Man. I've always called him Tin. Great talent. Has never been able to stay healthy.
Lakers have played 47 games, and he has played in 42 of them.
So far. Krasowski 1 of 2. Chavez the rebound for Garden City.
Well, if it wasn't for that gosh darn bruised buttocks that he suffered, he would have played in all of them.
Well, wasn't there one where he fell awkwardly, and I don't know if he hurt his wrist, and it looked like a lot worse than it actually was. He missed a couple of games after that, but I don't wish any ill will, because, the Warriors are taking a year off, and then they're going to come back and dominate next year. So, have at it and take care of business this year.
Yeah, the Bucks are really good. I mean, I think the Lakers are really good.
I think Boston's very good.
Boston's good. The Bucks are good. Toronto's good.
And as long as the Clippers have Kawhi Leonard, they'll be in the mix.
They'll be in the mix, yep.
82-70 as Chavez was fouled, hits both free throws. 82-71 Seward. Silas Mills said they can't lose tonight because his wife was in attendance. First game that she's been to in the second semester. And, they've never lost when she's been in attendance. That streak is about to come to an end in 24 seconds. Not putting the kibosh on all of that, but I'm just stating the obvious.
Oh, well, I had several things like that over the years.
I'm sure.
Unfortunately, at this point, I think all of those superstitions are
trash.
Long gone, trash. There were certain ties I would wear. I've never lost in this tie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's.
I do that when I watch a game. If I'm sitting on the left side of the TV or standing up, it's just nuts. Like the guy sitting
the
in
Jets?
You're
telling me there's superstitions with the Jets?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. Like the guy sitting on the left side of his TV in his undies is going to, take care of what's going on the field. Left wing, three-pointer by Traylon Spencer is off for Garden City after 2 made free throws by Seward. It's 84-71. And then a loose ball foul against Garden City.
Mike Frazier is now fouled out.
He joins Nowitzki in the parking lot. That matchup never really materialized in anything.
Well, I think Nowitzki had a really good game.
Yeah, Frazier
I think
did
it was
not.
Mike's best game, and I think he's still struggling trying to figure out where he fits in and where he should be shooting from.
The only thing Jason Sauter can go back and look at tonight, his team has missed 14 free throws. Other than that, they've moved the ball great. They hit 9 threes. It's not a great three-point shooting team. Donkey hits 1 of 2, 85-71 Seward.
I think it was a really good effort for Seward. I think you can be completely disappointed by it.
Chavez on his way to the rim from the right side was fouled by Jawara. And this is all a formality at this point with 8 seconds to go. And Garden City is about to lose a 6th game in a row, second 6-game losing streak of the year. And it will be their 13th loss in their last 14 games. And what's troublesome is the last few. Trailed by 30 against Barton, lost by 28. Trailed by 27 against Colby, lost by 25. Lost by 9 to Dodge, who now has Jake one-win Ripple. Remember, he had won 1 game as the head coach, as the women's coach here. He's now coaching the men.
Is he?
Yes, he is. Interim coach.
What happened to their men's coach?
I don't know if he lost his voice, all the yelling he does.
That is for sure.
Chavez hits both
free
free
throws. And
throws.
it's so tough because obviously these guys are working very hard. No one is more frustrated than Patrick Nee. I know that people out there want to believe that they're more angry and more frustrated, but I've been there, and I'm telling you,